This window is part of the remodel and it's been bothering us a whole bunch, so we decided it was time to do something about it. So what I did was went to Home Depot and priced the windows they had. Well, they were pretty expensive. More than what we wanted to do because we're trying to keep this within a $2,000 budget. So, what I decided to do was something a lot more affordable. I came up with the thought of using acrylic and basically replacing the glass inside because the reason it needs replaced is because literally the glass was broken. So, here you can see me, I'm removing all the stuff to get it prepared. After getting the air conditioner and the boards we had over the window covering the hole out of the way, and then that last piece of glass, then it gave me the ability to go ahead and measure the window frame and prepare the acrylic for its new home. After measuring the window frame, obviously the next thing to do is to cut the acrylic down. Now, there are several ways to do this. I decided to use a tool that I'd already had available. But as you go into most big box stores, next to this acrylic glass, they usually have specialty tools you can use to cut this with. Most of them are manual, very inexpensive. I, on the other hand, decided to go with something more elaborate because I already had a specialty tool. Now, once you've decided the size of your window, one of the things you do need to do is use a straight edge, whether you're using the manual specialty tool that they have, or if you're going to use a special plastic cutting tool like I use. The big thing is to have a straight, clean edge, something you can run this line along 3, 4, 5 times if you have to with the manual tool. I've had mediocre success using the tool they have at the big box stores versus the tool that I'm going to use. Either way, straight edges are important, especially if you're going to put this in a square window frame and you want it to sit within it as if it's a piece of glass. So obviously we want it as straight as possible. So you'll see me clamp an edge guide to this. I'm clamping it as gentle as I can so that I don't break the acrylic, but at the same time firm enough so that the guide doesn't slide around, which is very important. Now, what I use here is the M12 Milwaukee cutoff saw. You can get a variety of 3-inch blades for it, including ones designed for plastics like the one I have here. It's excellent, quick, and gets the job done. I also love using it for small metal projects and other things. It's been handy, tile, all sorts of stuff. Now here I finally got the acrylic cut to size, so I'm doing a quick test fit, make sure I'm happy, double check everything, because I don't want to have to deal with a problem later. So I decided the size was pretty good, so the next step was basically to lay out the holes. So you're going to want to pre-drill all the holes with your standard drill, and you're going to want to use it on a slow speed when you're drilling acrylic. You go too fast and you can crack it if the acrylic's too thin. So I'm laying everything out and I'm going to measure, and I think I'm going to go ahead and put a screw every 3 inches. If I remember correctly, that's what I went with, was one screw every 3 inches. I used the hex head self-tapping screws because I'm literally putting this acrylic on an aluminum window frame. So self-tapping goes right into that aluminum real nice, even though later on in the video you're going to see me pre-drill those window aluminum framed holes anyway, just so that I know I can be safe. So anyway, like I'm saying, lay out your screws on the acrylic and slowly and carefully drill them out. There's no need to hurry at this point because you don't want to crack your acrylic. The reason I say that is I did crack mine just 2 inches because I started off with my drill setting at the fastest speed. That's what you get for getting into a hurry sometimes. And I was focused on everything from trying to get this project done, trying to beat the weather, and trying to record at the same time. A whole bunch of things. Just make sure you're drilling with your drill speed on a lower setting. Don't go fast at this point. Also, I found it was better to back the acrylic when I was making these drill points with something, so I used a scrap piece of lumber as well as the back of the tailgate of the truck you could see here, which another no-brainer. But then again, this is a work truck. I do weird things like this all the time. Probably 7 or 8 holes in this tailgate. It is what it is. Anyway, at some point, I finally get some 52 holes screwed into the acrylic, and the next step is I set it up on the frame and mark out all the holes I will be drilling on the aluminum frame. So I do this, and then I use a drill bit that is a size or so smaller than the screws I'll be using. So that way the threads of the screws do bite into the aluminum, but it's going to make screwing this acrylic onto the window a lot easier and less likely to crack. And some 50 plus holes screwed into the aluminum frame, I finally get to the point where I can put a clear silicone up against the frame where I will be installing the acrylic. One thing I did do before I put the silicone onto the frame was rough it up with a little bit of sandpaper. I didn't record that. I don't know why. I also did the same thing on the 1/4 inch edge of the acrylic. Now, the reason I did this was so that the silicone would adhere to the acrylic as well as the aluminum frame a lot better. So here we can finally get it put in. So I'll put it up there and we'll just start running some screws into the acrylic all the way around. Now I kept the film on when I got started, but then partway through I realized this film is going to be a pill to pull off with 50 some screws in the way. Well, if you've made it this far in the video, I have to thank you because this is not the most exciting part of this remodel. But it was a necessity. The wife and I have been waiting to have this done for a long time. I really wanted to put a brand new window in, but at the cost and the budget we have to try and get this kitchen done, knowing what we're going to end up spending on the cabinets alone, we had to find somewhere to cut a corner. So my thought on what to do that was the most affordable was literally, I'll replace the glass myself And acrylic is exceptionally affordable and a lot less dangerous than trying to cut glass. I am by far not a professional glass cutter. So, this is definitely an affordable way to handle this and to make your window at least get through a while until you can afford to deal with the situation properly. So, one of the things you do want to do is make sure that you silicone the outside of this as well as the inside against the frame if you're using this as pressed against the frame the way I did. The reason I did it that way was because I know that within the next year we will replace the old aluminum window with a nice vinyl double pane window. It's going to look a lot cleaner and newer. The thing with a mobile home is nothing is a standard size. So I'm going to have to special order this window to fit unless I feel like changing the framing, which I do not. So put enough screws in to hold it. Seal it from the inside, the outside, and what you're pressing it against if you're using it in a press fashion like I am, so that you don't have any leaks. I also put a bead around the vinyl siding up against the edge of the acrylic just to try and guarantee less chance of leaks. I'm going to be monitoring it this spring, which is usually our rainy season is in the spring. So I'll be monitoring it and just making sure we don't have anything that leaks, especially as we're working through this remodel. So here I'm doing that last little final bead I'm talking about. And then from there, I will jump inside and install the blind and then do a cleanup and everything. Of course, I'm not going to show the cleanup, but either way, get it all cleaned up. The wife was so excited when she saw this all completed, and man, I have not seen this much light come in my kitchen for a while, so it was pretty cool. So I'd like to thank all of you who have made it this far watching as I just blather on during the windy, horrible footage. I'm new to YouTube, getting into the whole content creator thing, but I'm here to stay. We're going to continue forth with the remodel in the kitchen, and I'm not sure if we're going to do the base cabinets next or the kitchen floor. It's going to be one or the other, definitely next video. So subscribe, hit notifications so you don't miss one of these wonderful videos. Um, all the tools and stuff is going to go in the description in the bottom for my Amazon associate affiliate link. So if you're interested in buying any of that, just go down to the description, click the link, you'll find it. I get a small portion of it. You're helping us out with this remodel. Like I said, for the most affordable way to do this, I would suggest and recommend just about any semi-handy person can go ahead and put acrylic as a replacement piece of glass for their window if they've ever had something like this broken. At a bare minimum, it gets you through long enough until you can swing the price of that expensive new glass. So, for everybody who watched, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, follow, and I appreciate all of you.